library. TCM's greatest classic films collection, available now for a great price at shop.tcm.com, Barnes & Noble movies and music locations, and bn.com.
Hi, I'm Robert Osborne. Right now we're going to have some Bob's Picks. When I do the picking of the movies we show, following no theme nor concentrating on any one star, but showing some movies we haven't played in the primetime hours for quite some time, or maybe haven't ever played before. And on this November Wednesday, we're going to start with one of the least seen of the films Bette Davis made during her days as the Queen at the Warner Brothers Studios, which was a period of about 10 years, between 1938 and 1948. This next film, On Tap, is also the only movie Bette made that was directed by the great John Huston. And further, this is only the second film on which Huston was given the directorial reins, following his masterful debut with The Maltese Falcon in 1941. Now, Huston had no problem getting Warner Brothers to give him a follow-up project. The great compliment to Huston was that Bette Davis would agree to let him direct her. I mean, she was a huge, huge star, while Huston was still basically unestablished as a director. But like everybody else, Bette was very impressed by The Maltese Falcon and impressed by Huston. And she was also impressed by John Huston's father, the very talented Walter Huston. And using good old New England horse sense, Bette said, "The apple never falls far from the tree." So she gave her okay to Huston directing this next movie, which is called In This Our Life. Now, she had only one concern. Bette's co-star in the film, playing her sister, was Olivia de Havilland. And while the movie was being made, John Huston and Olivia de Havilland began a very intense relationship. Now, Bette was very fond of both Olivia and Huston, but her competitive side as an actress put her on guard about the possibility Huston might favor Olivia as filming progressed, favor her in close-ups and in the lighting and in the editing process. Huston, once he became aware of Bette's concern, bit the bullet, went directly to Bette, told her how much he cared for Olivia, but also said he was a professional and most concerned with making the best film possible. Well, Bette later said that his Irish charm erased all of her fears, but do notice Bette does act up a storm in this movie, more than usual, maybe overcompensating in case Huston was favoring Olivia. But when wasn't Bette Davis fun to watch, whether she was acting or overacting? And Olivia, by the way, is exceptionally good in this movie. Her low-key delivery, the perfect counterbalance to Bette's more highly strung performance. So here's a very interesting story involving some of the most unusual family relationships in a movie co-starring George Brent and Dennis Morgan, also with Charles Coburn, and in a very rare serious role for her, Billie Burke. From 1942, here's In This Our Life.